Hello, it's Andrea, and today is Monday, March 23rd, 2020. It's raining outside in my area, and, well, right now, Bob and one of my sons went to the grocery store to get, we just needed a few more things. We haven't been to the grocery store in a long time, plus my husband had to pick up medicine, and our pharmacy is in the grocery store, so he sent me a picture of the frozen aisle with all the you know, the part, what do you call that, the little freezer things that you open. Anyway, the little freezer cabinets are all empty. So they were gonna see if there was some frozen pizza, or if not, I said get some yeast and whatever you want on a pizza, and we'll make a pizza this week. So I finally got some sleep last night. There was like 2 nights in a row that I hardly slept, and yesterday I was shaking, you know. And then, you know, to make myself feel better, I started reading. This sounds weird, okay? I don't watch a lot of news, but I keep up to date on, you know, what the governor is saying we should do and stuff like that. So I went online and I looked up the Spanish flu, because that's the last time there was a large pandemic. And I actually feel better after I looked at that, because there were protocols that have been born out of that time period. Well, it was right at the beginning of World War I, and we didn't have vaccines at the time. We didn't have ventilators. Also, a key thing at that time was that a lot of localities were playing down what was going on. They were saying everything was fine. This isn't a health emergency. So they weren't telling people to stay at home. You know, it took a long time before they told people to stay at home. So like over the past, I don't know, 20 years, there's been protocols put in place by the CDC. The CDC is a U.S. organization, Centers for Disease Control, and they also they report to the WHO, but under, I don't understand exactly what it is. They're not part of the WHO, but they report some of there's places in different countries, like one of them is China, where if they see like certain viruses starting up, they're supposed to report it and all that. So under all that, there was different guidelines that have been set up through the years of different protocols to do in order to keep the spread, slow down the spread, or to isolate it. We're past the point of isolation, you know, of isolating I'm not telling you this stuff to make you feel, to scare people, but I was really scared before, because I thought, are we never going to come out of this, you know? Now in was it 1917? I think it was in 1917. It lasted for 3 years. But they didn't have the kind of medical equipment and stuff we have now. Plus there wasn't a lot of cooperation going on. Also, you know, I feel like it's not going to be, I feel like it's not going to last as long, and it'll go better if we all follow the guidelines, you know? Like, we as individuals have guidelines where we're supposed to stay home as much as possible. When we're out, we're supposed to stay 6 feet away. We have to wash our hands. If you're sick, you should be wearing a mask when you're out in public. It's hard to find the masks, though. And then there's different guidelines for municipalities and for the medical stuff. And, you know, I guess it was yesterday, President Trump announced that he was going to release stuff from the stockpiles. That's like a thing that's under the CDC. I cannot remember the name of it. There's like an acronym or something where they set up to plan for different, you know, if a pandemic happens. There's ventilators. There's supposed to be ventilators stockpiled, and masks, and basic vaccines that work on certain things that are in that stockpile. and he finally released some of that. I only remember him saying he released it to New York. I don't know if he mentioned any other states, but all of that was in the information that I was reading. If I can find what I was looking at, I'll put it at the bottom. But anyway, so I felt better after I saw that stuff, because I thought, you know what? I mean, I know a lot of people I know personally and are related to, and some of my close family members even have lost their jobs, you know. So in ways we gotta help each other with food and stuff like that, but in a way where we still stay safe and we don't, you know, we don't cross-contaminate or make the stuff spread. It doesn't matter, okay, it doesn't matter if I'm sick or not. Say I'm at home, I'm not sick, and I'm at home. As far as I know, knock on wood. And everybody should stay at home if they can. But when everybody starts going out there, you don't know. If I go out there, I'm like, oh, I feel well, I go out. And somebody else, they feel well, but they have the beginning of it. I could catch it, and I don't know. And then I don't know if I caught it. So it's better to just, you know, let this follow these rules as long as we can, so that we can get the medical help necessary, you know, because the hospitals are and are going to be strained, you know. So I'm feeling better about that, you know. And I hope, if any of that stuff was upsetting for you, I apologize. But I feel like on this vlog, I should be talking about what I'm doing and what I'm thinking. And this is going on for all of us. So anyway, on a side note, if you're interested, in a little bit, I'm going to do at the end of this video, I'm going to show some different video game, personal video game devices that I have, because I wanted to show the difference between them to my friend Sue, because she is thinking about purchasing one, perhaps, you know, and show what the sizes look like and all that. But I hope everybody is doing well, the best that you can, you know, and learn how to, we've all had to learn how to live with each other on a 24/7, you know, when you have family at home and they're usually all at work. Everybody's at home at the same time, trying to use the same resources. Someone's trying to cook and somebody else wants to cook or use the television or whatever. We don't have a bunch of TVs in our house. I know a lot of people do. We have a bunch of computers. My husband is a software guy. That's his job. So we've always had a bunch of computers in various states of functionality. It's like if someone's into cars and they have cars all over the place, okay? So, anyway. I'll be back on here in a little bit. So, these are the game systems now. They're all from Nintendo. The first one I'm going to show, this is called the 2DS. Alright, I might have to charge this one. Alright, let's see if the second, okay, the second one, so this is the 2DS, okay? Now, it's called 2DS because there's two screen, it's called DS because it's dual screen, and there was an original DS, but the 2DS came out, well, actually the 3DS came out of that, after that, which I have one here, and this is the 2DS. Now, this has a smaller screen than the 3DS, and it doesn't fold in half. And it doesn't show the stuff in 3D. Like there's a little button on the 3DS that you can move it to the 3D part. It's cool to look at like once or twice, but nobody really plays the game with the 3D part on. So here's the 3DS. Okay, this is, sorry, my hands shake. This is them side by side with this closed. Now let me open it. It opens like this. Okay, there's different positions you can put it in. You can put it back as far as that. It has like two other clicks. Those are like click sounds or whatever. Let's see if this one's charged. Looks like this one's charged. Looks like it's gonna power up. Let's see. There we go. So that's the size of that one. This is like the home screen. These are different things that are on here. Oh, and these games come with a stylus. So there's a stylus tucked underneath. Where is it? So this one's tucked under down here. So I'll just pull it out like that. And I can push on the screens. Like I can push on, there's Animal Crossing New Leaf. So if I click on that again, it'll open. And I don't really want to open it right now, but this is what it looks like. So on the DS screens like this, everything you look at is going to be on the top screen. The bottom screen will give you additional information, and sometimes it's stuff you can click on. So it's basically like having the additional screens, the additional sub-screens are available down here, you know. So here's what the sizes of these next to each other. Okay, hold on. These play all the same games, okay? So this top screen would be what you see here. For somebody like me, this is easier to see than this little one. This 2DS belonged to my son, and he let me have it after he stopped using it because I needed it for something I was going on. It's hard to explain, okay? I had to switch stuff between the two. And then this screen goes with this. And on here, the stylus is behind here. Now these play the same games, okay? The same cartridges will fit in them. The cartridge goes in here on this one, and on this one it goes in the top, up there. Okay, you can also like go into the shop. So let me get out of here. So if I want to go out, I think I go to the start button. No, I want to get out of that. Shoot. All right, never mind. It's going to put me in. Okay, so the next one above this is a whole entire new system called the Switch. Okay, so let me turn this on. I don't think this has a stylus. I think you can get a stylus for it, but you can use your finger on it. You don't need to use your finger on it. So the button to turn it on is up here. And this is what it's gonna look like. Okay, they don't usually have these color controllers. This is a special one. So they usually want you to hit the A button 3 times so that they know it's not getting turned on by accident. So here's the 2 games I have on here. I have a third game, but I haven't ever put it in this one yet because I was sharing my son's Switch before. So I will click on that, and it asks who's going in there. That's me. So you can have more than one. You can have more than one profile on these. Okay, so it's turning on into the game. So this one's the new Animal Crossing game. It's called, oh man, I can't remember what it's called. It's on an island. It's like a deserted island, and you have to set it all up. See, there's like a little pineapple island thing. Okay, so here's what these 2 look like. 2 different games. I mean, they're both in the Animal Crossing family. Now I'll show you what this looks like when I put it. I can also set this into, there's a docking station and it'll show up on my TV. So let me show you. So I'm going to take this. Normally you would be putting it in this way, but we have our docking station facing the other way. So I'm going to put this in here and it's going to show up on the TV. See how big it is on the television? It's way easier for me to see it on there. Now you can only do that with the Switch, okay? See, it wants me to tell it what controller I'm holding. So I'm going to take it out of that, and then when I take it out of that, it'll be back just on here. Okay, so here's the games right next to each other. There's the 2DS, there's the 3DS, and there's the Switch. Why isn't it back in the game? Hello? Okay. So, This one's not charged, or I'd show you, but you can see the difference in size between these two screens, and you can see the difference in size between these two screens. So, okay, so my son just reminded me, this isn't the original 3DS, it's the 3DS XL. Is the regular 3DS has the same size as this, or no?
I think so.
All right, so this is a 3DS XL, okay? So that's why it's bigger. And then, boop, there's the
same resolution.
Switch. Okay, so that's all I've got for today. I hope you're all hanging in there and having a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.